Thank you. So today, I think last week was where I was a bit violent, according to others. But anyway, this week I'll try to moderate myself and I'll be calm a bit. But anyway, what I was also saying is what pains me the most is we've got young people right now who are doing business administration, young people who are doing accountants, and some of the people are even claiming to be chartered accountants, but they don't even know how to register a company. As you now know that probably in Zimbabwe, only a chartered accountant, a lawyer, and a chartered secretary, they are the ones who are allowed to sign what is called a memorandum and articles of association. But we have got lawyers who are graduating in the law school, but they don't even know the practical way of registering a company. We've got lawyers, we've got chartered accountants, we've got chartered secretaries who are doing CIS, but they don't even know how to register a company. So that is what is very painful, to say kids are coming out of school. Why can't we start learning about that tender age, primary, secondary? Someone now knows about shares. Someone now knows about shareholders agreement. Someone now knows about the CR6. I'll tell you, it's so unfortunate, or rather amazing, or even shocking, that currently banks are requiring what is called a CR2 as a requirement to open a company bank account. But I'll tell you, a CR2 is only used when you are now taking additional shares. I think those who have registered a company, or let me say the basics of registering a company, what you do in Zimbabwe, you send what are called suggested names. So these names are like, you send your names which you feel like, I'm going to name my company. Then these names are selected. After that, when a name is approved, you need to submit what is called a memorandum and articles of association, and you submit what is called a CR6. A CR6, that is the former CR14, which has got your directors and public officers. Then you've got what is called a CR5, which has got the address. Then when the registrar checks everything is okay, they give you a certificate of incorporation. Then they also give you back the memorandum, the CR6, and the CR5. But amazingly, when you go to the bank now, they are telling you that we need a CR2. But a CR2 is used to issue additional shares. But you've got all our banks, big banks, with educated people who are demanding a paper which is not even supposed to be demanded by the system. I think last week I told you about a statue, if I didn't tell you about the story of the statue, whereby I said there were soldiers who were guarding a weight statue, but after 70 years, they were still guarding that statue, but it already dried, but they were still guarding that statue. So even right now, are we just copying old laws and pasting? Which I also feel that our universities and our colleges are still doing the same thing. We're still guarding a work statue after 70 years. Why is a CR2 still being demanded? So that's the whole process of registering company. It's so simple, but most of the people, they just register. And unfortunately, because of high unemployment rates, everyone is now claiming, or everyone just after finishing their degree in school, they are now claiming to be consultants. As they're claiming to be consultants, they are now also registering companies, because registering a company is just a template. And most of the people are just registering companies for the sake of it. But they don't know what is involved in actually registering a company. So before you think of even registering a company, let's say you want to get into business, you really need to say probably you are getting into a partnership, you want to register with your wife, you want to register with your girlfriend, you want to register with your business partner. You need what is called a shareholders agreement. And most of the companies which are operating right now, they don't have a shareholders agreement. So I'm saying before you even think of registering, first agree on who is going to be the director, who is going to be the shareholder, and also even educate ourselves, because most of the people, they are not educated to think about this. And I'm so fortunate to be addressing these things almost on a weekly basis, whereby shareholders are now fighting. directors are now fighting because people, they don't even know the difference between a director, a shareholder, and a manager.